guys, welcome to 2022. Guys, we've had several red light district sessions in time past, but trust me, this one promises to be an interesting conversation. That is why I'm wearing red. All right, guys, welcome again. My name is Daniel Ukezwe, and I'll be your host for this evening's conversation. But I'm not here alone, right? I'm here with four amazing people from different walks of life, different churches across the DNU installations. I have, starting from my immediate side, Dr. Bimbo, who is a medical doctor, and of course, a very pretty young girl from DNU Lekki, right? And then next to her is Pastor Victor Umoha, call him Freeman, right? All the way from the city of Ibadan. He is the senior resident pastor of the new Ibadan. And then I have Don Ashiedu, also from the new Ikeja. Michael from the new Unilag will be joining us very shortly. So guys, today's conversation has been tagged the breakfast edition, right? And I just want to throw this open to everybody that is watching us here tonight. Please feel free to join this conversation at every interval. Feel free to tell us what your opinion is. Give us your hot take. We'll be reading. I see your comment here from YouTube. I'm not seeing whatever you're saying on Instagram Live. I can see whatever you say on YouTube, right? Please feel free to give us your hot take. When we introduce any conversation, any question, tell us what you think. Tell us what you think. If you don't agree with something that I say or anybody says here, tell us, what you say, what you feel, right? So tonight, and then of course, I want to, because this is the breakfast edition, I want everybody who is watching this, if you have ever been served. If you have ever been served, or you are the one serving, please feel free to tell us the story. Just don't give away too much, but tell us what the scenario was like, what it was like, right? So let me start with my studio guest today. Do you guys want to tell us about your own breakfast story? Have you been served before? I believe everybody has been served, right? Because I have this ideology that on this side of eternity, I wanted to say, yeah, anybody can be served, man. But, So, guys, tell me, who wants to go first? Let me go with, okay, Pastor Victor. Have you ever been served breakfast before? And by breakfast, you mean like broke your heart,
English sandwich.
Exactly. Have you ever been in that kind of situation?
Yeah, I've been heartbroken before.
How did it feel? Sometimes you look at some people and they are so fine, cool, calm, and collected that they don't look like anything have ever tried to touch them before. So, Pastor Victor, tell us, what did it feel like?
My heart literally broke. It was like, it felt like I was going to die.
Wow. How long ago was this?
This was 5 years ago now. Wow. 2017, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Dawn, I think you should go next. Tell us about your breakfast story.
I've been served.
Have you ever served anyone?
I mean, of course.
So it's like a table tennis, right? I serve you, they give it back to me.
Of course, but I mean, it's hard though. I used to cry inside BRT.
Oh my God.
I'm never playing. I remember it like a while ago that I remember that time. Somebody asked me that, are you okay? I said, of course I'm fine. Of course I'm fine.
Look like I'm not fine.
Do I look like I'm not okay? There's just something in my eye. I don't know, my eye drop is not here.
Wow, it's like everybody is sort of remembering. Bimbo doesn't look like she has ever been there.
Wow, I can't relate.
Wow.
Mine was interesting because the way they served me, they ghosted me. They didn't even, if they had even served me, it would have been good. Like maybe they brought the, heartbreak, like I'm not doing again. I never got to know why they did not.
About me. And I wasn't in a place where I could actually, I literally had to trust God and the Holy Spirit too. So yeah, I'm healed actually. I was just joking, right? But it was because I was pastor and I had everybody. There was nobody to talk to. All my friends were not around. I was just like the main guy, and all that. So I'll come, I'll preach, I'll counsel and all that.
And you go back home and
And the funny thing is, I couldn't even cry at home because I had people that were staying with me. So I used to
No
I used to
form of
walk on the street.
expression.
I just go out on the road
I
at
think he
night.
went to pray.
Yeah.
When you talk to God,
Man
say,
of
why?
God is crying.
Why?
So,
You know, it was.
I'm pretty interested in this conversation, but we'll come back to it because I
Yeah.
really want you to delve deep into how you got out of it because it seems like something that really hits you.
Yeah,
Right.
it did.
And I'm sure a lot of people are watching this today and they have probably been served. Some people might still be there. We had a men's hangout 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, right? And I'm not sure if it's up to 2 years yet. And, you know, somehow, I don't know how we got into this conversation. Just trying to, you know, pick, you know, our brains to see if anybody was hurting, right? And it came out that one of the guys, in fact, a lot of guys, but there was one guy that was extremely hot from, and the guy gave us a lot of quotes. Like, you know that moment when you are jotting things down.
Just thing.
You know, there is a way they
You are
can
just-
serve you breakfast like this, you will become a philosopher.
Oh my
I'm
God.
telling you.
Straight up.
See, that heartbreak and philosophy. Haven't you noticed, like,
They're
some of our
actually
best
together.
poets and best philosophers
They are together.
wrote then
Yeah.
top serious heartbreak.
Heartbreak,
I've done them
right.
with
Those-
Daisy.
those
Yeah,
songs
I was reading about some of the hymns, how some of the hymns were written, right?
Yeah.
Amazing Grace and a lot of those things. And Amazing Grace, for instance,
It was
is
from
of-
breakfast.
it was
From
breakfast. Some of
brokenness.
them were from brokenness.
Broken,
right?
well, maybe not
brokenness.
breakfast.
Yeah, of course, that was
Brokenness.
yeah, hot,
Yeah.
serious pain. Well, so we'll come back to that because I want you to tell us how you managed to come out of that entire situation, right? But before we get there, I want to ask, right? Because if you look at our formation,
Yeah.
it looks like 4-4-3. Is it 4-4-3? Yeah, 4-3-3. We have 2 men and 2 women. By the way, I am the host, so I'm not saying anything beyond the questions I'm asking today. So it looks like 3-2 is 2:1, right? So there are 2 ladies against
Pastor Victor,
Pastor
he can take it.
Victor.
He can take
He
it.
can
Yeah,
take
he
it.
can
Okay,
take
so
it.
my next question is, who serves more? Is it the guys or the ladies?
Tricky.
I personally do not think serving is gender specific, if I'm being honest. I
Okay.
do not think so.
Okay.
I think that it is the mode of serving that just makes it seem like, you know, a woman will probably come to say, you know what, this relationship I've already done. I'm not doing it.
I think on
really.
that. I
No,
think
I
ladies
know,
are
I
more
really-
ruthless.
Not really.
I think
They are more
ladies are more
ruthless.
ruthless.
Yeah, but ruthless
Yeah.
doesn't exactly have to be a confrontation. Ruthless
No,
can be
so I'm saying-
ghosting.
no,
Yeah,
so
but
I'm saying
I'm
they
not
would
saying
even
they are
still let
ruthless.
you know that they
Anyway.
are done. But a man,
No.
I really think that some men could do with being more mature about how you serve breakfast. Because you just be
think
doing
it is.
small. Like, let me just let her know that
So it's-
you not be sending, before that used to, you maybe, you know, call her every day, you not be reducing and be
Just
lying on,
withdraw.
I'm now busy. Why
No, but that's a general thing.
But
now.
that's,
Both men and
that's
women
is
do
that is that
I know, I
exactly
think
a
men
bad
do
thing?
that.
Is it exactly
Both
a
men
bad
and
thing
women
come out clean.
to you know cushion like
No,
give
I
you a
think
little
you
bit-
should come out clean.
No,
Don't leave
but
it
are you
if
in
you
pushing
have,
what will
because
eventually
this is
still
what I
hurt
think,
me?
right?
Yeah.
I
Just
said I
say
wasn't
it
going to
straight.
talk. I'm almost talking.
Yeah, I think I Daniel, just to say something, I think that you being withdrawn could make me feel like, oh, maybe we need to work on this relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something. Maybe we need to work on our communication. You on the other end, you're trying to communicate to me that
I'm actually.
I'm
I'm
done.
done. So like,
I've
help
moved
me,
on.
help me
No,
understand that.
I very
you're-
well, I very well get that.
Outside
And I'm not even
communication
agreeing
is-
that. I think communication is key. Like
Yeah.
you've got to
Just-
find a way to communicate it.
Yeah.
It's not good to string people along.
Don't string people along.
It's not good to
Exactly.
do that.
Yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, sometimes the way you communicate it also matters, right?
Sure.
Like, so you're not just like, we're done.
But it needs to be communicated nonetheless.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Find a
Communication is
balance.
key,
However,
but you have to
yeah,
find a
however
way
you
to
want
communicate it. And sometimes knowing the person you're in a relationship with, and this is when nuance comes in, right? Because we have different people, so you know who you're dating. You know, so you know that coming out outright might
Yeah, of
be
course.
suicide. Like
Yeah,
no,
it
you
might
can
be
just
suicide.
jump from third mainland.
Sniper.
You know.
So you
have
build up to it. Prepare them
some
like
other
ships
people, some other people
lambs
prefer
for the
direct
Straight
slaughter.
up.
and
Yeah.
stuff. So, but at the end of the day, anyways, I've just
You just think
come
women,
out,
you
yeah,
just
like-
think like women
like
serve
okay
more.
when it comes to
I don't think it's a gender thing.
I think it's a general
I don't
thing.
think it's- I don't think it's gender
when it comes
specific.
to like
I do not think
when
it
it comes to like committed relationships and what I want, I think that women can be more ruthless when it comes to what they want. Like I might be wrong, but here's what I'm trying to say. Like, oh, I'm with Jumbo, right? We are just feeling ourselves. He's my university sweetheart and stuff like that. We're done with school. 2 years after, I'm ready to settle down. John Bull is still saying,
I want to us to-
it's so cold outside. Let me go. And all those kind of things. And here is here is, Agbabi Akam, bank
This name-
guy,
The names for me. Jumbo Agbabi.
So there's just this guy, and I'm using Agbabi Akam because the guy might not even be as fine as Jumbo.
But he's
You know,
ready. He
but
has
he's
money,
ready.
he has
He's got
everything.
his,
Wow.
pot belly, no matter, and all that. So you
But
just
there
find
is
out that
money.
Jumbo with all his 6 packs, his gym,
Yeah.
he's wearing singlets, talking about feel like I'm the hottest thing since sliced bread.
Still earning 150K.
Jumbo, sorry, sir. Agbabi guys.
Agbabi Akam can very easily
ruthlessness,
wire
I
500K
think,
to me.
like,
Wow.
This
You
your
don't know.
story is extremely
I
specific.
think it's
It's extremely specific.
Yeah, I
No,
think
no,
so.
I don't think
Because,
that it.
yeah.
I think that it is one of both ways. In
Yeah,
the
I
same way
think
that you're
so.
saying that
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
relationship scenario,
Yeah.
it could be the same thing.
Yeah,
If
a
the
man-
woman is,
Yeah.
her mind is tied on marriage and he's not ready.
Do you
He's
get-
thinking about money.
Yeah.
He's thinking about the rest of things he wants to do with his life, and he's not ready.
And then, so that's
so he
my
simply
point now. So,
withdraws.
like,
He wants
you're
something
like-
casual, but she's taking it too deep. So he's like,
she probably doesn't
I
even
can't do this
communicate
with
it,
you.
like, or she doesn't give the guy time to grow, right? Okay, I think I don't want to jump ahead of myself because now we're going to enter the conversation of like women wanting to marry people who are guys who are more settled than they are, and that's a fact, right?
settled than they are.
Yes,
Like guys who have money.
who are ready
Let's
to
say this
settle.
the way
And
it is now.
the truth of the matter is, so let's put it
More
this way,
money.
right? Ladies are usually okay. So by the time you're done with school, first year, second year, third year, you're about ready to get settled,
As
right?
a man or as a woman.
Do you mean
As a woman.
As a woman,
Okay.
yes.
Right?
Yeah.
The guy is until he is in his, there are not many guys that break forth, like breakthrough in their 20s.
But do
and
you know
stuff.
social media
So
is making
it's
it look like the majority of people
well,
break.
So it's
break
like
forth all the
when
time.
it gets close to 30
Yeah.
and all that, that's when he's ready to settle down.
Yeah.
So this is a lady who's ready to settle down
Now.
3 years after school. The guy she's going to be with is the guy who's, do you understand what I'm saying?
No, but if
This
she
one that's
leaves,
doing...
so
And
just,
that's fine.
so just exactly. So if she decides,
I'm not
That's
saying it's
fine.
wrong. I'm just saying that she gets to be ruthless in telling
No,
Jumbo.
so just say-
She doesn't have to be
Go on.
ruthless
So
in
let
telling
me-
John
so let
Boo.
me-
She
so
can
let
just
me-
tell him that, look, we're going different paths. I'm ready. You're
Exactly.
not.
We're not going different paths.
Why
Please,
not different
it's not-
paths?
We're not going different
You are
paths. We
already, I'm
together.
ready.
You just realize that. You just say you are ready.
no, so you know my
Yeah,
concern.
I don't want to give you time,
Do you
Jay.
know my
I'm ready
concern?
now.
So-
Everybody-
why
she's
do-
allowed.
So this is my concern, guys. This is my
Okay.
Say
concern.
it, Pastor Victor.
No,
say
no,
it.
no.
See,
So guys,
it must also be allowed for guys as well. If we're saying it's allowed for the lady, it
why
must
would
also
it
be
be-
allowed
it's
for
allowed
guys.
for guys
It
as
must
well.
also
Is
be
it
allowed
done,
for
is
him.
it?
Why is it
But most
not?
of the time it's not.
Wow.
can I say something, please?
Okay, please
Why?
say
Can I
it.
say something?
Dr. Bimbo, please
So
go ahead.
I'll still go back to the fact that it is not gender specific.
Okay.
Now,
bless you.
what don't
Obviously, I think we all-
so,
we all
so
agree.
let's say something.
No,
that,
Pastor
we
Victor,
haven't
you're
agreed.
saying
Because you're
women.
making
No,
it
no,
You are
no,
not
I
saying
think-
gender
no,
specific.
no.
This is the
So
gender
let me-
specific.
Yeah, so
table.
let me say-
No,
That's it.
it's
So-
not gender specific.
It's not-
Yes, I was just trying to
Use,
say
the
that,
other gender as an example.
that it's
It's
not
just an
gender
example.
specific, but this gender can do it in one type of way
Way.
that
So let me
For
tell you
instance-
my
Gender
concern.
and
Let me tell you my
different type of
concern.
way.
So using this scenario you painted,
Okay.
so the man is like, oh, I still need to make more money. So let me tell you what he does or what they do more often than not. They will waste this woman's time.
Waste.
Don't be listening. Just give you a minute.
No,
give
waste,
me a
okay.
minute. So this
Tell
woman
them.
Is, so
Say
this
it how
woman
it
is like,
is.
oh, you know what? I want a brother that I've already make it. You know, and then she's like, you're a great guy. God bless
Fantastic.
you. But your wife that they're making, she's probably still in school, you know.
Wow.
Just give me, just
Wow.
I love it. No, so she's like, you know what I want right now is I need to settle down.
Yeah.
And I don't have 7 years.
Yeah.
I honestly think you're a great guy, but I do not have 7 years. And
Dr. Bimbo, I can kneel down for you. I can kneel down for you right
Pastor
now.
Victor.
How many ladies
Pastor Victor.
say, I honestly think you're a great guy, but I don't have seven
don't
years?
have
no,
I can kneel down for you.
there are
Let me-
women- there are women who say-
How many
No,
guys?
no,
how
there are women
often-
who
So how
say-
many guys also tell you we're about to waste your time?
Yes. No, you see,
Yeah,
it's
I was
also
not
on
talking
the
about
guy.
Jumbo. I was talking about the guy that
Agbabi Aka.
Agbabi Aka.
But shouldn't this conversation be had?
I
Yes.
think you should have the
Hello,
conversation.
I'm not. These
It
are not
should
the
be
things
hard.
I'm
I'm
thinking
just
about
saying.
right now.
I'm just saying it doesn't happen. It
But
doesn't
if
happen
she's not
often.
ready, and she can't give you time, that's her prerogative. You can let her go.
But
now.
she's not communicating. I thought we said
No, we're not saying
communication.
because we're not using a particular relationship right now.
Right.
We're saying that men would
How
naturally.
often does it get communicated? Like, yo, guy, I don't have, you're a great guy. Your wife will be, blah blah blah.
Your wife is still in secondary school.
and all
By the
that,
time you are done
know.
making
You see,
it,
we're not
you would
talking
have
about the
graduated.
ones that continue with the relationship until they marry their colleague.
Exactly.
We're not talking about those ones after 7 years. You people have
No,
been
no,
doing it for
the
7
guys-
years, and
the
then
guys you
later,
mean now or the
yeah,
ladies?
the
No,
guys,
guys,
and then
just-
after a while, they're
yeah,
like,
so guys, like
I need somebody
think
who
we
is
already
like,
established that it's not good to string people along.
Don't
right?
string people along.
So the
7
guy
years.
knows that okay. So again, this is why communication is key in relationships.
Yeah.
Let's sit down before we go far in saying okay, I love you, I want to do the rest of my life with you. You know, you are the cockroach. I don't know. People don't say those kind of things anymore.
Yeah.
But we
People
must
do.
sit down.
They say it in different
say
ways
cockroach
now.
is my tea and all those.
Maybe not cockroach in my team, but
that's
like
what
more
happens
advanced
immediately.
way of
Yes,
deceiving
please.
people.
The way-
More advanced way.
So my point is, we sit down and we draw out. You know,
Yeah,
okay,
the plan.
when do you think you are ready to marry? You know,
But
This
let me
communication should
ask,
be
right?
had.
Let me ask.
It will
right?
save a lot of people else.
yeah, I think
It will save a
before
lot of
like
people else. Just
So
say it.
please have the conversation. But let me ask, right? Let me pick back on this conversation.
Yeah.
Right. Does this notion support the fact that many women say that I don't want to marry potential? Like I don't care about your potential. I want what you have now. Like now, let me tell you something. I woke
we
up
can
on
say
Monday
things.
morning.
We can say that thing in 2 ways, but go on.
yeah,
You can
it's
say it in two
because
ways.
even me, I was just about to say that as
Okay.
I am like this.
Yeah.
Who potential help? And I'm not a woman.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So I want to hear the
What
ladies.
is this potential that you
So
mean?
potential, right? I did a poll ahead of this conversation. Spoke to about over 100 ladies, right? And this was my direction of conversation. Okay. You met a guy, maybe you went to school together. On the days when people used to start relationship on campus, I doubt that that hardly happens anymore because the way Unilag is now, we'll come to
This
this.
Unilag. I don't know. I don't
Me,
The
but-
way Unilag
Yeah,
is
let's
now,
go
the number
ahead.
of cars that pull into that place to pick people, I
That
doubt.
it's not a Unilag.
No, I'm just saying, right? That was
It's
just
not
an
the-
example.
Even outside of
Okay, it happens
universities
outside,
generally,
right?
It happens.
Okay, so this guy, you finished school with this guy. You guys probably served around the same
Yeah.
time. And of course, we know that several great relationships have started from campus,
Yeah.
that we celebrate today. And there are a whole lot more of it out there, right? And then today, the guy 2-3 years into his career, he's probably earning between 80 and 200K,
Yeah.
right? If you look at Twitter, if you look at Instagram, the conversations
No,
every
poor
time it
people
comes up,
are not supposed to be in love. Eh? How can you be
every
earning
time this
20,000
conversation comes up
and
on
you
Twitter,
say you want to
they'll
have
tell you that if
something?
you're earning,
Stop it now.
anything less than 500,000, you're not supposed to be in love.
That's it now. Like that's the world. That's the world we live in now.
Put this
Stop
up.
that.
We should
exactly.
stop
You,
that.
Who are these
But this is-
people?
What is that if you're not any
No, we are not the ones. We're just
We are just
telling
citing
you what
what
is being
people are
said.
saying on Twitter.
Like
No.
And
based
you are
on
on
what is
Twitter
being
too,
said,
dog.
if you are a poor person, and by poor person that means you should have at least 500K. You should be earning like
500K and above.
If you cannot
Yeah.
splurge 120K on a dinner,
Yeah.
you are a poor person.
You are a poor
so,
person.
and you don't deserve
So
love.
now,
Why
the
are
new
you
term,
sleeping?
Oh,
the new
please,
term,
please.
No.
They're full ground.
the new term now is that he is still a struggling guy.
No.
They're full ground.
But he's working, right? He's
so
gone
let's
to
use-
school.
So, okay,
he's
wait.
graduated,
What's
he's
the
working.
issue
And
now? What's the issue from
Yes.
that?
So
Exactly
my
as those
question
issues.
is, does this notion support the fact that many women out there say that, they can't marry potential?
Okay, so
Right.
so before Dr. B answers,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that
Yeah.
my own thinking of potential.
Potential.
If you didn't clear this up now, my own
Yeah.
thinking of potential was more or less like what the person could be,
Yeah.
right? Not exactly.
He's in the process. You see the growth.
So for instance,
You are seeing the
You are
growth.
seeing it,
So
but
he's
some
in
other
the
person
process.
is in the process.
No.
Not
So
all this
what-
hanging
what-
potential that
what
can
I- what
never
I-
line.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
of
my
course.
own
Because they are
potential
different.
was
Oh.
I'm not seeing anything in that sense. I am seeing what you could be.
What
Like
you could be.
I'm hung up on. Oh, this is who this
An
person can be.
idea of who you can
and
be, but
there
you're
is
not.
no pattern. So that's why I often would say pattern
Yeah,
over potential.
of course.
Right? Like
Absolutely.
what's waiting day? What are we seeing right now?
So
What
we
can
are seeing
work
the
with?
guy has gone to school, he has graduated, he has served, he has entered his line of career, and he's probably 2-3 years into it.
Yeah.
And he is not earning 500K and above yet, as
Yeah.
projected by Twitter women.
Yeah.
Man,
Right.
Twitter women do like.
On Twitter.
Just
It's done on
Twitter.
Twitter.
I'm not on
Twitter
Twitter.
generally,
I am
please.
not
Let's
on
not.
Twitter.
Twitter generally.
Twitter generally.
Twitter
Okay, so he's
generally.
not earning 500K yet, so he does not have any right to be in love.
That's nonsense. Now, what do you
No,
mean by
yeah,
that?
so I think that
What do you mean he doesn't have a right
So-
to be in love? Or she?
That's what they say. Don't quote me.
mean-
I'm quoting Twitter.
Look, maybe he cannot be
Not
in love.
me.
Maybe he cannot be in love with you, but he can be in love.
He can definitely be, your gate man is in love.
I don't understand.
Wow.
Maybe he cannot be in love with you, but he can be in love now.
I think it's an interesting.
What kind of oppression is that? Oppression,
I think this one is more of like a cultural thing, where we're a materialistic society. Like,
we will pick it up from we're a materialistic society. We need to go on a quick commercial break. When we return, we'll pick it up. The last thing Pastor Victor said was that we're a materialistic society. We'll be right back, guys.
Hi, my name is Jayola Williams, leader of the Chop Life crew. You probably heard my story in the celebrity tabloids. But there's something that happened last year that I really regret. There was this girl that I really loved, and I broke her heart. And in hindsight, it has really disrupted the course of my life. I'm tired of this crazy life. I just want to be a better person than this.
Better person king there. See, Chop Life crew, they wait for you. If you not go to do this thing where they do. As I they go now, make you just stand up, they follow me. Follow me as I they go now. Better person bow. So we know be better person, Abi. Or Benny, Chop Life, John. Make you enjoy yourself. All right, welcome back, guys. Before we went on the commercial break, Pastor Victor was saying something about what was that?
Materialistic society.
Exactly. So please, can you pick up from there?
So I think as a society, we've placed values on valueless things. Okay. So what do I mean by that? Like
Valueless things.
Valueless.
Valueless.
Okay, but that's subjective.
Yeah.
Right? So
They are not valueless.
They are not
They are not
valueless.
valueless.
But
the
in the
projection
grand
of
scheme
it,
of things,
yeah,
there are weightier things. Okay, I think I should put it that
Maybe
way.
the priorities are not.
They are weightier
they're not
things.
that
right.
should definitely be
Like
Yeah,
humanity, like love, like but we've placed emphasis on how much money a person has, how much power a person has, how much influence a person has, and that has driven us as a society towards rewarding certain things. So so you probably have this uncle that everybody knows that he used to do 419 back in the day, but he's coming to the house and he's coming with his agbada and his entourage and all that, and your mom is trying to get all of you to be on your best behavior for a thief.
Does that sound like something we see today?
You understand?
I'll come back
Or some dude that everybody knows his source of sustenance is fraudulent and all of that, but then we're giving special recognitions to, and I mean, not
So just like what Okpayemi Olubemiro said here, that in the words of the 21st century philosopher, when money enter, love is sweeter.
I agree with that guy.
Of course.
Yeah.
No, I agree with Okpeyemi.
Of course.
So,
Wait,
Abayomi
this
said
is
something.
no. Let's balance this thing
okay.
out, please. When money enters, love is sweeter.
Yes.
Of course.
It might not entirely be true.
Not entirely, but
Because
like
what
there's
is
some truth
love?
to
What
it.
is love? What
Please
is love?
explain.
No,
Right?
love is
So-
sweeter means that love must exist first.
Love exists.
Yes.
Like there's the foundation of
It
love.
means that
So
it's
wait.
the money
No,
that
what
adds to it. It doesn't. Do you understand what I'm
imagine
saying?
chilling with
definition
your-
of what that love is that I
So
have
chill
issues
with your friend in
Okay.
Maldives and chilling with your friend
So-
inside the darkness.
I was in
Oh, okay.
level where
Inside
you
the
Guys,
darkness.
do we see what is
Inside darkness.
feeding this whole materialistic society I'm talking about, where people say it's better to cry in a Range Rover?
No,
Yes,
Yes,
it's not
no,
that it
no,
was
no,
not
no,
easy,
No, it is
no,
not
Pastor
better to
Victor.
cry. Why are you crying?
Pastor Victor, this is the
Right.
angle I'm coming
So,
from.
Right,
that
I
means-
guess
No,
that.
this is the angle I'm coming from. We are friends already. We
Yeah.
love each other.
Yeah.
We're working on this relationship.
That's an ideal situation.
coming-
But I'm
no,
coming
I'm
from
coming.
where
Can
we
you-
are.
Yeah, let me
Like
explain.
Dr.
No, let me
Dr.
explain my narrative.
Dr. Bimbo, you're going to what ought to be.
Let me explain my
What
narrative. I'm not
is.
done actually. So this one, let me explain my narrative. So my narrative is, so I love you. I'm in a relationship with you. We're working on this, relationship, but you do not have money yet.
Yeah.
But I love you.
No. You do not have money yet, meaning
I'm
that
coming.
you don't have
No,
it
yeah.
at
I'm
all.
not
Or
saying
you
my
don't earn
narrative that money is
500K
sweeter. I'm
yet.
coming.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't have as much as you
Let
want
me
to have
explain
to take it to the
let me
next
explain
level.
my love
Yeah,
is sweeter when
Most-
money
yeah,
enters.
okay.
So we're working on it. The relationship is great.
Yeah.
But we're managing today. We're eating maybe like just one piece of meat, and we're great.
Yeah.
But then we have more money, and then we can go to Maldives.
Oh,
Is love not sweeter than
Doctor,
But yeah,
no,
there's
no.
nothing
This
wrong
is
with
giving
program.
room.
The program
This is generally giving room for growth.
I'm not arguing with that.
Right.
I'm not arguing with that.
Yes.
But we're talking about something.
Yeah.
And that's the fact that we seem to have placed too much emphasis on this money
Money.
thing, on and it's causing more harm than good.
Yeah.
Right? Because realistically, people
think
don't
it
even
just
know
needs
what
to be
love
balanced.
is.
Anymore. Love is
Right?
now.
So you're talking about an ideal situation where
I think it just needs to be balanced.
yeah,
I'm just
so-
saying,
Both of
money,
them are
I'm just saying
important.
love is sweeter when money enters.
Both of them are important.
Sorry.
I
love,
think it just needs to
love
be
for
balanced.
me, there are more weightier things than money.
Yeah.
No, but money
Yes,
is
of
important.
course.
Let's not.
See,
let's
that's
not
why
start.
I'm
Nobody's saying
saying
money is
money.
not-
We have
money
to
is
say
not-
it needs to be balanced.
Let's
Because
say it.
on the
Money
other
is
hand,
important.
Money is
knowing
extremely
it's not as
important. That's why we
popular,
make it.
There is another school of thought that believes that once you have love,
No, now.
nothing again.
No,
That's
I
what
think-
that's
I'm
another
one of
school of thought
those- I'm one of
that-
those-
there's
Buy
another
your
school of
love.
Let me say something. Let me say
I
something
agree, there
faulty.
must be a
Let me
balance.
say
You
something
can't
faulty
tell
with
me
that
you don't
school of
need
that
money.
school of
Come
thought.
on.
agree with
That
that
school of thought
narrative.
is a very foolish school of thought.
They are-
Permit me
are
to
they
say,
not both
and this is
foolish?
why because
Are
love
the
is
two
about what
extremes
you
not
can
both
give.
foolish?
Love is about what you can give,
Yeah.
right? So I really love this person. I want to give. I want to.
Yeah, I
you
want
know,
to give.
So
So
love is the love that will spur me to
Yeah,
to
I
go
agree,
get the
I
money.
agree.
So
Because I
exactly,
say-
love
school of thought that
will
says
be the
love is all
foundation
you
for
need.
which you are
Love
making
love
money.
is the foundation for. Now I'm not in a relationship yet, and I'm already thinking, Omo, I will finish am.
Exactly.
Finish kata.
Because it comes from a-
and so I'm thinking, how? Okay, I want to finish somebody's daughter now. But it's not mouth. We used to finish her.
Oh,
You know,
when you
so
finish her,
I have to
she
go
eventually
work.
comes.
Did you get? I have to work.
Yeah.
Do you now see where the balance is coming from?
Yeah.
That's
So
what
my
needs
point
to
is,
be
no,
balanced.
I didn't put money first.
Exactly.
Money should never be
Money,
first.
people are actually
Money is
putting
not
the
going to
money
make the
first.
relationship
So
last.
if
See,
money
that's
money
not
should
a
never
balance.
be
That's
first.
not. You see, if something is coming first, right? Except we're using balance in a very generic way.
Yeah.
It's not 50-50. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, you're
it's
saying-
not 50-50.
No, by balance, I
It
mean
shouldn't
that
be
it's important to
50-50.
balance the understanding that both of them are supposed to be important.
But it's not 50-50, Sha.
It can't be 50-50. There are so many other things
So
that
can
matter.
we agree that some women end up, staying with these men that say, "Oh, give me time," and then they still end up losing.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Such
is
so,
life.
so
That's
let's
man
not
is desperately
so-
wicked.
Exactly.
It's
So
very
it's not
Sometimes
so,
you are not
so,
even losing
so I would
deliberately.
say, I would really say that you shouldn't invest in just anybody. So you're just meeting this guy and he's saying he's hustling, he's hustling. Oh, there are these things I want to do in my life, and I'm just meeting you. I'm sorry, I'm not going to help you grow anything.
So Dr.
I'm not going to help any-
That's why
I'm
I
not
said
going to
that's
help
why
you
a
grow.
conversation
At the initial stage.
before, it's very
Where is the
important.
commitment you have put into this relation?
Because-
Don't just expect people just come and so I'm just meeting you on the first date. You're telling me, my life is like see, I didn't come to this first date. I came to eat. First, I came to eat.
Oh, wow.
On a
So
first
first
date.
date is about
On a
eating.
first date.
I came to I mean, you
get me?
contacted me.
Yeah, I came to ask you a question. You came to eat. Are we playing
No,
here?
she doesn't get you.
No,
Don't say your first date. You came to eat.
No, let me explain.
Oh, you came to eat
let
on
me
first-
explain.
oh my
Just the
God.
way on the first date, you want me to tell you about how they've broken my heart.
I
That's
can't-
the same
yeah,
point.
yeah,
Chicken,
no,
like
no,
on that
of
first
course.
date, let's
No,
be
we're not-
all-
no.
Let's
Yeah.
let them
But you
introduce
need
each
to
other.
eat.
Let's
No,
get
because
introduced.
when I say it's now, maybe that's the extreme. I'm saying that we really just came, like this is the first date, literally the first date. Can we get to know the superficial things first? Don't tell me about how, you are hustling.
What,
you know,
give
live
us
your
an
life.
idea of the superficial things.
What's your best color?
Maybe hobbies and the
hobbies.
likes.
You get
Yeah,
like
but don't ask you all
about,
those ones
I mean,
before we end up
personally,
for dates now.
first date, I'm going to hit you straight up with the
On first date,
I would
Straight
never
up.
do that.
Pastor
I
Victor,
would
whatever
never
made me
Not
bring you
hard
out to the
questions
first
like,
date,
okay,
we
when
would have
do you
had
see yourself
conversation.
getting
Not be
married
now
or
wait
something
chat
like that?
day.
No, I mean, I
Not be now wait
I
phone call
don't do
day.
first dates
I would have
like
asked you
that.
some kind of questions
I
before
will
we.
hit you
Yeah,
straight
I
up
don't. I
with
go
some
to
certain
like,
questions.
yeah, I don't know you.
I will straight up with some certain
I don't
questions.
know you.
On
Yeah,
first
yeah.
date, me, I said that first date is that first time when I'm
I
asking
don't-
you
I don't.
everything that
What's
concerns
your
me.
best
Because
color?
as much
I
as
do not.
No,
I
no,
do
no.
not.
as much as
I don't know.
no,
I do
doesn't mean
not.
I
I
will
do
go
not.
all deep.
No, I do
but
not.
as much as it is important to me to know and to decide as to whether I want to come back for a second, because not only you come decide now.
No, but that's
But-
interesting. And it's transactional.
There's also
That's transactional.
observation.
Yeah,
That's
right.
not
Of
necessarily
course.
transactional.
No,
That's not
because-
transactional.
because
That's
you
not
observe.
me
Because
knowing
see,
whether this is
because-
fit for me. Like,
because-
are we doing this or not?
Yes,
Yeah.
Because
because
there's
if you
hope for
step,
this.
the truth of the matter
That's not
is,
transactional. That's
if you
me
step
not.
out,
That's
if
me
you
valuing
step
my
out,
time.
yeah, but what if people tell you what they think you want to hear?
That's
Thank you
that's
very
when you.
much. That is my
Pastor
point
Victor,
exactly.
That's when
I
you
could will
as
tell you
That's when you
Great
interrogate
things on the
many
first
times.
So
When
I'm
you
saying,
ask
I'm
the
saying,
superficial questions, they can't do that.
No, I'm saying,
They can't do that with the
exactly. I agree with that.
Let's pace the
like
conversation.
gradually.
No, when I say hard-hitting questions, I'm not like, when do you see yourself getting married?
Okay, give me an example. That's what I give you an
no.
example for hobbies. What's your? Give me an example of what you would discuss on the first date.
I think I'd first of all try to get to know who you are beyond like superficial things like
give
what's
me
your
give
best
me
food, what's
an
your
example.
best color.
When there is
Example.
money.
So when
I don't know, there are just
best
certain
color,
character, there are certain questions that would
Enjoying-
just ascertain the
enjoying love
kind of
is
person
sweet
that
or
you are,
not.
your character. And it won't be like, are you a liar? Are you a good guy? Why did you come out? Those questions.
Please, can you give me that? Can you give me Chibuzo's question?
From the answers
Comment
that you
again.
give me,
Can you give me give me Chibuzo's comment again? You just scrolled past it a little bit. No, go down
I
a little
agree
bit.
with him.
Okay, Chibuzo says that saying that love is sweeter when there is money is adding an economic value to love. Enjoying love is sweeter, right? Not the love itself.
Wait.
Exactly.
Enjoying
I'm not
love
sure.
is
love
sweeter,
is sweeter.
but not the love itself.
I don't
I
understand
don't
that last part.
understand, no.
That last
So-
part, I'm not.
So
I'm
Chibuzo
not
said
clear.
something down, which I really love.
Yeah.
Chibuzo said the money doesn't improve the value of love, but gives more options. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that.
But isn't that what makes the love sweet?
Yeah, that's what
That you
makes
have.
love
That's
so-
what makes love
I
sweet
want to
now.
say something.
Okay.
I want to say something as regards this whole first date and all the,
Yeah.
I think because we there. What if you guys were already friends?
Exactly.
No, that's a different
Before-
scenario.
well,
Right,
Saying-
like you're already friends.
You're
But
already
it doesn't always
friends.
happen like that.
No, so this is it for me.
I don't know how.
But
it
I
happens
think
so
that's
often.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes somebody would you guys need to be friends for a relationship to be sustained.
Yeah.
But it's not all the time that it is from a friendship that
That
the
you go on
relationship
a first
sometimes he
date.
just comes to you and he
So-
approaches
so,
you.
uh,
And then you guys start talking and then there's a relationship.
Yes.
Obviously the friendship is important, but
Yeah.
that it's kind of idealistic
Please, how
to
we
say
stay on
that
Chibuzo's
with your
comment, his
friend,
very last
maybe
comment.
after a while,
No,
then
no,
not enter into a relationship.
I said that because of the fact that like I kind of like wanted to introduce another scenario, right?
Yeah.
Where you guys are already friends 1st, so
Yeah.
your first date questions might be very different.
Very
You'll
different.
definitely be
Like
different.
I've
Because
known
you guys
like,
were
friends
It'll be
first.
different.
I've known the
No, so I'm
mundane
saying-
things. I know your best.
But there
like
would
I've
still
seen,
need
I've
to be
observed.
questions that will ascertain
Oh,
whether
yeah.
a relationship
Yes,
can
like-
happen.
Can
Because
happen.
friendship and relationship,
Yeah.
like
But
the
then
different dynamic that a
that would
relationship is
change.
entering.
That's something. It would change the dynamics of the first date questions. Do you get like because we're already friends? I won't be asking some questions because I already know
Yeah.
those things, and there might be no way for you to like
So just to
give
mention
me-
though, when I said colors and whatnot, I'm also reading your body language. You know all of the things about how you treat
Of
people.
course.
But people
So
can
it's
lie
not-
to you in that one too.
No. So
don't
the
know how
truth is
people
that. So let me
observe
tell you the
people,
truth. So the truth is that most times people fall in love,
Yeah.
and I think it's a problem.
Wow.
Okay.
I think that people
Can you
need
explain?
to. I think people need to be more awake when they're dealing with this
This is
love
like
thing.
quotable quote from
Let me
that.
explain.
Please,
Let me
can you
explain.
explain?
People
So
are
this
falling
is-
in love. Some of us are falling asleep.
No. Do you get like I'm literally like do you get so like this falling in love thing is one of the problems. So on that first date, you're just like this guy is fine. Your eyes are what's this girl wearing the dress and all of that. But while you're asking the seemingly superficial questions, I'm watching, I'm observing. If I'm falling in love, I would not see that you literally just spoke to someone anyhow. You can't fake certain things. I'm not asking you, so do you talk to waiters anyhow? No, I'm literally paying.
Of course.
You get I'm
No, I
paying
mean-
attention. So
Yeah.
someone said something, dating is not for mating, it's for collecting data. When I say dating, I'm saying that.
Okay.
Yeah. So when
Can
I
you
say
say that again? Say that again.
dating
Say that
is
again.
not for
It's
mating,
for collecting
it's for collecting data.
Jot-
I'm not
jot
collecting
this
the
thing
data
down,
you
jot it
told
down,
me.
jot it down.
I'm not collecting the things you told me.
Yeah.
I'm listening to the
I'm
things you did not
observing.
say. When you're
That's what I'm
falling in love, you're not exactly listening.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention. You like what you see, and that's where feelings come in and love. So you can say that I went into this thing with you based on how I felt, but I didn't really love you. I didn't choose you. I chose how you made me feel. And now somewhere you made me feel good. And now I'm here like down the line, you're like you're throwing socks and I'm like I want to divorce. Do you see this? Do you see this? That I really just fell into it. I did not. I wasn't awake when I was doing. So during dating, so I don't get exclusive with people from the jump. For example,
So can we agree that
People
love
should-
is not blind?
People
Like,
should date intelligently.
Love is not supposed to be
Date
blind.
intelligently.
That's the whole point of dating.
yeah,
People should date intelligently.
yeah. So I'm saying on the first dates, it's not
What does
just
dating intelligently mean? I need us to be explaining this.
It
to
means
me.
that you need
Common
to be
Be awake.
awake.
Be awake.
To see, I'm
Be
using that
awake.
term. You need to
Be
you need
awake.
to see the person. First of all, I think that dating intelligently means knowing yourself, because if you don't know yourself, you don't know who's the right fit for you.
I agree
I
with
can't
that.
I can't overemphasize
Only
that.
laugh.
If you don't know who you are, you don't know who's
Yeah.
going to be a right fit for you. That's when you can now be led
How do
astray
you
by
know who
attraction.
you are?
Because even when
How do you know who you are? We need to be hitting these things so that
How do you
people
know
who are
who you
watching
are?
us are not just,
I
listening
think that
to some sort of vague
so
conversation.
yeah, exactly. So I'd like to say something about knowing who you are, and I'm grateful for this because I've had to experience that in my singlehood, which is that most times people are actually saying, I'm waiting for a partner. But like how you're waiting is very important.
Yeah.
Right? Now I'm going to obviously bring God into this. It's really important I bring God into this. There's a scripture, Acts 17:28. It says, so let's use the TPT version. It says, it's in him I live and function and have my identity. Most times people are looking for an identity in relationships. So you're expecting that when you finally meet this person, they would make you happy. If your joy is not found in God, if you're not a human being, if you're not complete first, if you're not an individual before going into something, it would almost seem like it would be a burden. So when this person cannot meet your need, this human being as well, they can't meet certain needs. They can only, say nice words. But if your primary nice words,
that's in the joke.
you in the joke. Because it's always like, you'd not tell me this, don't stress me, I'm not
Like,
God.
no, that's in the joke.
Don't stress me, I'm not God. Go and meet your father, Jesus.
Hey.
There's certain things a man can do for you.
Yeah.
There's certain things a woman cannot do. God is the only person that can do it. If that void is there, you're going to be stressing people. You're not be telling us that divorce is not bad. Once you are tired, you should leave. That dating, what were you doing there? Do you get?
So I think this could also be a consequence of the modern day mantra, which is like, do what makes you happy.
It's a
makes
mess.
you happy.
It's a mess.
So you don't believe in that
No,
statement?
it's a mess.
How is that not?
No,
How
it's a
is that not
mess.
appropriate?
It's a mess.
So
It's a huge
so-
No,
mess.
you need to do what makes you
Yeah,
happy.
it's a huge mess.
When it comes to marriages, right, then you need to factor in the other person. That's
Oh,
not
no,
place
no,
of-
no, it's not
in
in that- that's not
relationships
in-
too, of course, because you're preparing, so you need to know.
No,
But
no,
the
no.
statement "do what makes you
Yeah,
happy"
yeah.
has been taken in the wrong context. But that context on its own, it doesn't always have to be a bad thing.
So I
No,
think that if
so
we're coming
what
from
I
a...
hear
doesn't always
and
have to
see
be
from
bad.
that's why there
explanations
was a
are...
context.
Yeah.
There was a
exactly.
context.
So we just
Why?
come off.
So,
So it's not just from a...
I'm happy.
Every other
Right?
person is
No.
not
Like,
happy.
even in the relationship, right? I am happy. I always want to be happy. I do away with everything that can make me unhappy.
happy.
Even though those things are core things
For the-
that
your
need to
partner.
be
So you wouldn't make
identified,
compromises
things
as
that
you
should
wear.
be confronted.
Yeah.
But it's just happiness is what,
Yeah.
you know.
You don't
and
care.
then
You can't always do what
eventually,
makes you happy.
because,
right?
like we said the other
So
time.
I was taking it from the point of the question that you asked, which is how do you know yourself?
Yeah.
And in that phase, for example, now how I did it, because I had like a string of really, really wanting to date. Like I just really, really wanted man. But unfortunately, men at that time, they didn't really want. So that was my breakfast
the glory had
season.
not,
My glory had not bloomed. So that was my breakfast season. That time that after I cried in that BRT, I woke up, I said, this can't be my life.
Yeah.
So I think I took a season before I got into the relationship which I'm now in. I took a season and I really just wanted to discover who I was. So I think the way to do that is to invest time in yourself. Invest time in yourself, time you spend with God. Just learn. I think you have to want to learn you. If not,
Okay, so Dawn, let me say, picking back off what Dr. Bimbo was saying, which is why I said that mantra has seemed to bring about more harm than good, and that's the fact that people want a painless existence, right?
Yeah.
So we do everything we can to eradicate pain, but you cannot eradicate pain.
Yeah, so pain is part of the
And
process.
the
as it
day,
is part
the
of
day,
process.
the
Yeah.
day you come face to face with pain, that's when you start hearing stuff like divorce, right? Now
Yeah,
because
yeah.
this marriage or this relationship is beginning to cause me pain.
Pain.
So happiness is outside of it.
All along, you've been doing what made you happy.
there should be a balance.
And again,
So
so
where is
do
the
what
place
makes you
of
happy
compromise? Because
and compromising for the good of the relationship.
people no longer want to compromise,
should be
and
a
that
balance.
is where this
I think
mantra comes
an
from many
ultimate
times.
I think having an ultimate purpose,
Yeah.
right? Having something higher than oneself.
I agree
right?
with that.
Will
Completely.
will both
Completely.
bring happiness
Completely.
and also help
Completely.
you to deal with times when you're not
Yeah.
happy.
You shouldn't be the
Because
foundation.
Even
That's
while
when
you're in a
loving
relationship, you
yourself-
still need to be whole.
So,
Yeah.
yes.
So that's what I'm saying. There needs to be a balance between that doing what makes you happy and being successful in the
So
relationship.
let me tell you my concern.
But
This is
they
where
are
that
very
loving
important.
yourself comes in. So let me use that love yourself thing. So most times, I mean more often than not, love yourself is go on vacation. Buy nice dresses. Loving yourself is not self-awareness. Loving yourself is not actually saying your mouth is bad. Loving yourself is not saying they will beat you. It's not the man now. It's not the boyfriend. You go outside and go and talk to people anyhow, and then they'll be loving yourself. Sometimes is looking at yourself and saying, why did I react that way?
Yeah.
Did I need to react out of my emotions? Oh, like, are there things that would make my soul better as compared to making my
Your flesh,
Do you get
your
my flesh
body.
better? Because when we begin to work on ourselves in relationships, we will attract what we want. Do you get? So it's not always like
People attract what they want now.
no, I'm
Do
saying
They do.
They
do.
Like really?
They do. People, you
but
attract
it
what
might
you
be bad. It might be bad.
And you may not know that that's what you wanted by your actions, but you attract
Yeah,
what you
Exactly.
Okay,
So I'm
yeah.
just saying.
You
I'm
attract
saying.
what
So
Yeah,
that means it could have been a bad thing that you're attracting
Yes,
someone.
exactly.
Because
You're
you
attracting.
didn't even, you're not even aware to know that it's the bad thing.
You are not
Yeah.
aware. You're
Because-
not
because-
aware. You're not
They're
aware.
showing that the metrics are right, right? Like so.
Work on your soul.
I'm right.
You
Spirit
need to
and
be
body.
self-aware.
So,
Self-aware is a part
so
of
I need
self-love.
us to dive a little deeper, into this people attracting what they want and what exactly this whole idea of me, because a lot of things now seem as it's about me.
Me, myself,
and a lot
and
of the
I.
me's
Yeah.
come out in good quotes. I say something that information and the release of it have become so democratized that anybody can wake up tomorrow with brain touch and give you a good quote.
I mean,
Why do I want
are you
a tall
thinking
guy?
like this?
Why-
Why do I want a
Exactly.
tall guy? Do you get someone will say, "Oh, I just want a tall guy." Like, why do you want?
Because you're
sometimes it's
operating with subconscious models
You get
that are
me?
attracting
Why
the
do I
kind
want
of
to
people
see-
that you
exactly.
set
So
yourself
when
up
you
for.
begin to when you're
You
self-aware,
really have.
you will know that I
You-
probably do not want this.
You don't.
I probably do not want-
that season.
I probably do
I
not
had
want-
to filter like a lot
Yeah,
of things.
yeah.
And it wasn't a season of like no attraction, but I was just like, this thing can't work for me. And it would even help you when you're in the relationship because you've spent time to know yourself.
Yeah.
When people come and you're already with somebody, but now somebody's coming with an attraction, you're able to know that. I mean, you're fine though.
No,
and I have somebody, but
I-
the way you are going, we can't really work.
Yeah.
We
let me
can't
ask
work.
a
So you
question.
mean-
Let me ask a question here.
It would help you even
I've-
sustain the
I've-
relationship.
So you kind of said some things now, like, and I want us to go back to that time before the glory was made apparent,
My God.
right?
My glory is full.
So
Hallelujah.
there was a time when like you wanted to be in relationships,
time, yeah.
and is it okay to say that you kind of like set yourself up, like roots kind of positioning.
I set myself.
So,
Yeah, that positioning
right?
thing
But
messes
were
with
you
me,
were you
though.
positioning?
It
So the
messes
question I
with
want
me.
to ask
It
is,
messes with me.
do you think you were positioning for the wrong people?
Or for the wrong
Because
reason?
you didn't know that
Because
because
you
you
didn't
didn't know
know you were.
yourself. You weren't
Yeah.
self-aware.
Yeah.
Right. So you were because you're with someone now, and this person, you've gone through different things that makes you see like, okay, this kind of person I want.
Yeah.
Right. But at the time, you probably would not have chosen who you chose to date.
Let me even tell you.
You would have just chosen
Let me
anybody
even
that
share
came.
now, like the personal story, because we met like a while ago before we eventually started dating. We met like 2 years before we started dating, and at that time, I did not want him. Like, because we met together, I was just like, oh.
And was this the point when you really wanted man?
That was actually funny enough, the point, but I just thought, I don't really,
No, but
because
can we-
my
can we-
eyes
yeah,
were
we can use
fixed
that
on,
self-awareness
yeah,
thing
my eyes
again.
were fixed on other things,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And now, eventually, I got into that. There are targeted things that I need for my life right now, and you need to sort of have these things in order for us to move forward together.
Yeah.
And what my eyes were not open to at that time, my eyes became open to later on, because at that time I was attracting so many of them.
Are these targeted things that you need for your life intrinsic or
No, me, I'm
external?
I think
happy.
intrinsic
on
and
my own. I'm like,
extrinsic
I just
is fine.
think, I
though.
think
Let's
it's
not,
that thing that
again,
can
make it seem
I'm
like,
looking for qualities
you
that
know,
can
you
enable
just-
us to
yeah,
work
I think-
well
I think-
together.
Yeah, I think like
No, but
both.
I think in this scenario, the fact that she's now more in tune with who she is,
Exactly.
is,
Being
But so
an
does this
individual-
mean
gives direction to
does this
being an
mean
individual is so important.
that a lot of the relationships out there, based on what we see and hear, are not from the place of self-awareness?
They are not now.
Yeah, people
No, I
just
mean,
go based on
definitely.
feelings. They do not even know what they
Definitely.
want. Like Don said, you do not even know what you want. So like you just want a man that is rich, and then you get
And
the,
you don't
finally
even
get
know
the,
why. Because I
you
don't
don't even know.
I don't even know why you want a rich man.
Self-awareness helps you know your why. Do you get
That's
why
what's
why am I acting this way? Why am I this rude?
Why do you want a rich
Is it because
person?
something happened?
Because you're
Let me
looking
say-
something
let me
happened
say-
when I
let me
was
say this
young.
way. Something
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
kind of like go with facts, right? I think it's kind of like this. People want what they know.
Yeah.
They don't know what they want.
Say that again.
Like people want what they know.
What
So
they know.
you've been like Don said, there's subconscious models you're working with
Exactly.
that were
This is what you are
so like
accustomed-
fed
you've been
into
accustomed
your
to. Yeah,
you know
subconscious,
so
yeah.
you that creates a bias, you know, like
Cartoons.
a filter
Like, yeah.
for what you eventually want.
You think about it.
So you're desiring certain things off of like cartoons and here and
yeah.
there. But this is not
movies, like movies,
Some
yeah.
case where like you don't know whether the reason why you want somebody who's tall is because you're always bullied for being short, and this is your time to shine.
it's possible. It's
actually
You don't know
like
these things.
a lot of us are
you
So a
want-
lot
Are
of
you
people
lucky?
need therapy.
You need therapy
You
in
need
a
really personal
relationship.
time.
Room 707 is your plug.
No, let's put that on his
You're
shirt.
in personal
Room
time. You
707
need
is your
therapy,
plug.
not
No, we
relationship.
did that on his shirt. He
Please,
needed
can
it
somebody
in
help
a
me put in
relationship.
contract
You need it.
for...
Yeah,
You
maybe you didn't have that validation as a child, and then you're seeking it in a man, and God is saying, sit with me. Let me show you what identity
Balance
looks like.
first.
Yeah.
When I show you what identity looks like,
Yeah.
you would literally be walking, like literally, like living your life, and you would meet someone that gives you that. That, do you
That
get?
value.
Do you get that value
And
as
this
you
one
as
is
you
somebody
went?
that-
somebody
I mean,
somebody that complements.
Compliments you.
Not complete.
No one can ever complete you because Christ is the completion. Yeah,
I think people are looking for completion.
yeah. Unrealistic expectations of human beings like you.
I think that
I don't have.
we can take that in the same way and say that most of these empty relationships that we're seeing out there that are dependent on external things like money,
yeah.
or finance, or
Fine,
when
yeah.
like you're freaked out because
Tall
see,
issues,
I
yeah.
remember one time, right? I had this friend who was really wealthy.
The new has been a good catalyst for me over the past years. And in the new, I've learned the core values of discipline, consistency, tenacity, and the importance of collaboration. And this has helped me build the core value of my business and everything that I do. I'm super excited about the season we are stepping into as a church family. It's a season of growth, expansion, and breaking into new territories. It's the fourth, and we move.
All right, welcome back, guys. It's been such an interesting conversation right here in the studio. And I can see your comments. Please keep them coming. I have been seeing so many amazing comments. Somebody confirmed what I said about Room 707. Yes, Room 707
Absolutely.
is your plug if you need therapy. If you know you need therapy, not if you know you need therapy. Please visit Room 707. Before we went on the commercial break, Don, you were saying something. Kindly pick up from where you stopped.
Okay, so I was talking about my friend who, she was really wealthy, right? And I'll go to her house and I'll just be oohing and eyeing, and I'll just be like, and then one day the host was like, why are you acting like you cannot have these things? And the thing just legit, like, it just slapped me. And so when you're walking around and you're freaking out about somebody's range or somebody's, why are you acting like it's not something that you can give yourself? Why are you acting like it's not something that you can create?
Acting like it is something you cannot give yourself?
Why are you acting like that?
Do people actually think that this is something they
So,
can
it's more,
give
so you're
themselves?
saying people would
Why are you
more
depending
often
on
than
another
people would
person
think,
for what you
Who
can
will
create
give
when
me-
you know
give
who you
me-
are?
But guys, you know, there's another positive that we get from this whole self-awareness thing, and that's
Yeah.
the fact that people, you know, you attract to your blah 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 and all that, but there's the place of you're not even trying to attract, and people are attracted to you.
exactly, which is
Right.
what I was
Attracted to
saying.
People are attracted
you
to
are.
Because you're the true
not-
version
not-
of yourself.
So those
You're
people,
original.
are also looking for completion.
Completion,
Right?
yeah.
So they think that by what they've seen, you can complete them.
Yeah.
However, because you are self-aware,
You
won't take
you
it.
would- you
So
would
you
take
repel
it.
what does not
I'm
look
not trying
like,
to
yeah.
make
You
I'm
don't
not
get to a place where you don't attract those kind of people anymore.
No, you can attract people. You know
No,
why?
no,
You know why?
at some
You know
point
why?
you get to a point.
Originality is so
Some
beautiful.
people will still
Originality
come
is
for you.
beautiful.
Yeah, some
I
people
think-
will
I
come,
don't-
but what
Originality is
determines
they
how
like what you
far?
have. So it's almost
Yeah.
like, I like what she has.
So
Can she
they will
help
be
me?
attracted to the
Yeah, they will-
package or maybe the
You
beauty
can
of
say,
speech,
I
how
do
you
not
do
want
things.
this.
I can't attract.
But you
people.
did-
No,
you
definitely.
Yeah, I do
You
not
can't
want
control
this.
people reaching out to you, like
you.
people stepping
Of
up to
course.
you. You can't control
Of
that.
You
to
can't
a- to
control
an
it.
extent.
But
Right.
your
So when
filter
they
will
step
I'm not
determine
saying
how
people
far they
generally, I'm saying
come.
you get to a certain level of just who you are that
No,
you don't
self-awareness
attract certain
does
people
not.
anymore.
I do not think
They
self-awareness
are just certain
stops
people
what
who
you
you don't
attract.
attract.
I do not think self-awareness
I
stops
don't know about that.
who is attracted to you. I think self-awareness stops
so.
what you attract now. So it sort of filters what you attract.
No, I think self-awareness stops what you accept.
It also at a
Oh,
level
that's-
stops
that's-
who you
yeah.
at
Yeah.
a level it stops who you attract.
Yeah.
It does.
Well, yeah.
Attraction
I
can
think
be
obviously,
subjective.
yeah.
you know,
some
it's
people, they
extremely
mad, though.
No,
subjective.
they're always going to be set. So
Of
I'm not saying
course.
that they're
What I
always
said
going
was
to be
Like, just
that
to put a balance to what
it
both
might
of you are
not,
saying.
it might not
I think it's
stop
not
who
about
you
what you
attract.
accept.
No, it
It
can be. You can still
Of
attract.
course, what you
filter.
accept will always
Yeah.
be more important.
The
Exactly,
filter
so it's
of
a
you
balance.
knowing who you are will determine how far some people will go with
That's
you.
what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
No, so the balance is also that I can see a guy. Now I know who I am. I can see a guy that looks good. I'm attracted to what I'm seeing, but I
Yeah.
will not accept it because
If
I
it does
know
not
this is not. It
satisfy
doesn't
the
go in
things that
tandem
are
with
important
who I am.
It's the same
So it's
thing
not
when
the balance
that-
between what both of you are saying.
when said guy
Accepting
approaches,
attraction.
when said guy
I
approaches
can still
you
like the fact
and
that
all
the
that.
package is cool.
You just know that.
The content is trashy. I do not want it.
You know, because let me say that I've seen a lot of people. I've seen a lot of people who say stuff like, "Oh, you know, all men in Lagos are crazy," blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But then at the same time,
That's a
you are
book,
rolling
That's a
with
book, by the way. Did you know? That's
yeah,
good.
you're rolling with said crazy people.
Crazy
Do you
people.
understand? Like, okay,
And you're in their
audacious
midst.
Lagos men, they just walk up to me, they just toast me anyhow. Okay. If you were a bit more self-aware, you're like, no, I can't. But okay, you are a mad person. But because no other person is coming to me, it's only one madman or two or three. Every time I check, it's 5 mad people. So I must choose one of the 5. You know, like, start feeling like you don't have options, like PS was saying the other time. Like, you got no options. There are just 5 mad men. And all men in Lagos are crazy. So I must marry one of the crazy men.
I must say this, right? We've been able to establish the fact that a lot of people need to go for therapy. Therapy is not that thing that you have to go for when you have mental illness. It is something you have to subject yourself into when you do not exactly know, you know, where you are supposed to be. So please, guys, if you know that you need to be at therapy, go for therapy. If you are in the new, for instance, we have this group of people we call Room 707, the platform we call Room 707. Please, feel free to reach out to them. It's not just when you have depression or something like that. Feel free to reach out to them. They will help you come to the knowledge and awareness of who you are. Right, guys, if you realize that we had 5 people on the flyer and right now, you know, the last person just joined us right here in the studio. He's been online since, you know, joining the conversation online, but now he's here. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Michael. Woo! So Michael, see, there's a question I've been trying to ask, and I've asked every other person this question before we came online, right? I'm about to get into this conversation we had behind the stage before we came live, right? There is a notion that a lot of young men are scared, right? By the way, Michael, you represent the Unilag.
Please save your people because
Please.
Dan
Daniel
is out for you guys. So you better save your people in that Unilag.
Michael, see, there is this notion that a lot of young guys in Unilag no longer care about relationship from school because they have seen too many cars pull up at New Hall, at Moremi, picking up the girls that they were interested in. You are a student, you know, still 500 level computer science or however many years you study the course for. But the part 2 girl you've been toasting has been receiving 500K from one random guy who pulls up in the Benz and things like that. My question to you now, Michael, based on, I don't know how true that is, but is there really still hope for a young Unilag student to find in love on campus?
Okay, is there hope? When you say it like that, you make it sound like, so 500 level or whatever, and you said like year 2 students that you're
part 1, part 2, part 3, like the moment they're entering school like this, the men are already flashing them. Baby, what's up?
Yeah, that's fine, but I think that I don't want to get in a relationship with somebody that is susceptible to these men with these flashy cars.
Thank you very much.
Dawn
will be so happy. Dawn will be so happy. I'm just speaking for Dawn now, and I know she will be so happy.
Yeah, so I mean, when you say it like that, like, so is there hope? Like, I'm trying to, like, we're disadvantaged. Like, it's fine actually. So if there are ladies going after these men, and it's fine if you want to. I mean, that just makes my job easier for me.
Beautiful.
I just know that I don't want to.
But you're making his point for him, and his point is that, so guys on campus are feeling like, you know what, it'd be like all the babes are, you know, they can activate their release clause anytime. You know, just I know. So it's like,
and he is saying that if they want to take them, they should keep taking them. The one that is for me is mine, and I know.
I don't know. Are you trying to say like all this kind of what's for me is mine, what's not for you?
No, I'm saying that see, if they can take her, let them take her. No, if I'm with somebody,
truth of the matter is, I very much agree with that. I think like he said, you know, you don't want to be in a relationship with someone who's susceptible to that.
Yeah.
However, reality is not that neat.
Yeah, these things are happening.
These
things are
reality
happening.
is not that neat.
Yeah.
You can actually, and she can be talking, you know,
spirit filled,
and then one guy, one Yoruba demon is saying the right things.
Funny enough, you might not be a Yoruba demon. It might be another brother in Christ
that
has more muscles, you know,
my gosh,
pocket muscles.
So are we talking about?
True.
Because what he started with was people from outside campus coming to campus.
People from outside campus is a thing.
Yeah.
Every night when you pull up at New Hall or Moremi, you see them line up, right? Yeah. And you see your friends. In fact, some of the people you are probably pastoring, Pastor Mike. I don't know.
Your fellow leaders.
Your fellow leaders. Okay, they are not there.
They have this fire to cook them.
They are not.
They have purified.
With what Pastor Debbie is doing on that campus, no leader will be able to.
They have been purified. Oh my God. Fire of the Lord.
Please, we need to be celebrating Pastor Debbie. The work she's doing on that campus. You cannot even be thinking in that direction. So yeah, let's speak to the two categories of people. You know, the men who come in, park cars to pick the ladies.
You speak to them.
You know, no. I said because from his question, right? And then the second set of people who probably have money, they are students as well. They drive the cars, you know, and they flash everything that the ladies supposedly wants to see, right? To your question, now my question is there really hope? What is the temperature like on campus with regards to these kind of things?
Campus, I think that while there are so many ladies that men come in and all of that, but there are also people that actually do not.
This guy,
this guy deserves parfait.
What's the worry?
We're like parfait or like a
this is why I don't talk sense, you know.
We're like a goose.
Doctor, you're trying to say I've not been making sense.
No, we're like a goose. No, you've been making sense.
This is what we call in psychology the recency effect, right? He's the most recent.
No.
She's used to us.
But this guy,
all the wisdom we have been dropping
things, all did not get.
No, but this guy.
So this is what I want to say, right? Yeah. This is what I want to say. I think what Daniel is doing is a valid question.
Yeah.
But it is actually it's an extrapolation. I don't know if that word makes sense. Like we're taking a subset of because just like we were saying earlier, life is not just social media is different from real life. Your gate man is falling in love.
But do people know?
So what I'm saying in essence
I need to say that again.
No, what I'm saying in essence is the fact that there are everyday ordinary people who are actually in relationships and having fun and enjoying themselves even on campus.
Yes,
but there are some people who are greedy or are not satisfied with, or maybe poverty, because poverty is a demon. That guy, so somebody comes in from a poor home and all that, and then sees money and sees that kind of thing. This is a life I can and all that. So but I think that's not the entire story.
So Michael, do you have a babe?
No.
Okay, you don't. Do you have people, guys, like you on campus who actually are in a relationship?
Yes.
Like
are they happy? Are they happy?
Yes,
they are happy.
And they are not troubled.
They might be troubled.
As in troubled in the sense
they might be troubled that someone might come and
I woke up yesterday and saw a tweet.
But
somebody just sent my baby.
So let me ask this question, because I think we're trying to look at that earlier. Do you think that delayed in this case, right? So I've been in situations where, or I've seen situations rather, where the reverse was the case. The lady is feeling like, oh, this guy is a hot cake, blah, 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 blah. He might eventually leave me, he might eventually, and all those kind of things. And then people have tried to place onus on the guy to bring reassurance for the lady, like ensure he reassures her oftentimes, keeps her, no, don't worry, I'm here for you, blah, 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 blah. Do you think that? So you think the onus is on the person who is, so in this particular scenario now, there's somebody who is there is the guy
Yes.
who is dating the girl.
Yes.
And who is kind of like feeling like, it's possible somebody can activate my base release clause.
Yes.
Right? Are you saying the onus is on the guy?
Yes.
To get his thinking right, and the lady cannot play a part in assuring a guy that I did for you. Don't worry.
Yes. So this is the thing. I think this is where communication comes in.
Yeah.
So
the guy should communicate and say, babe, I'm afraid.
Let me tell you where communication comes in. Let me
Mike,
tell you.
Hold on, right? We'll come back to this.
Okay.
No,
I need to answer his question.
But Michael, do we have this kind of issues on campus? At least from your perspective, I did my research and I realized that there are.
We do, right? But I don't even think that. So Unilag is a good location for case study, right? But I don't think that kind of problem is limited to Unilag, because you go out, there's always going to be
Daniel
somebody.
just has.
No.
You have been saying
So
it since.
there is something
Daniel
about
is just
Unilag.
speaking on Unilag.
There's something.
I don't know what Daniel.
What do you?
Please,
And it's
people
because
online.
Daniel, did it happen
We don't have a vendetta
Did it happen
against
to
you.
Daniel? Did it happen to Daniel? Daniel, did they carry? Did they
So maybe
carry
if there's something, let's know so that we can just open it up here.
But I need to answer the question. I was going to say Dr. Victor. I need to
So this is not stereotype, right?
Right?
This is conversation from Unilag people,
Okay.
right? And that is why I'm asking.
Stereotypical, Daniel. That's what I'm saying. It's beginning to sound stereotypical.
Stereotypical meaning that, okay, it is susceptible, or this is just a Unilag thing, right? I know it's everywhere.
It sounds like this is just a Unilag thing.
No.
All the girls in Unilag.
No. Of course, I know
them.
too many. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm just saying is that I don't know how. I know it happens everywhere.
Yeah,
right?
but you're shoved.
Particularly
You're
on
sort of
campus.
shoved Unilag.
I can only speak for Unilag because that is where I know of.
Can I answer Pastor Victor's
Yeah,
question?
you answer him.
Yeah.
But I want Michael to, because we've still not been able to ascertain what the temperature is like on campus based on this kind of conversation from your point of view.
So if I get you right, so what you're trying to find out is these kinds of issue, how are they affecting the guy, the girl?
The guys and the girls.
Okay, so yeah, most likely there are people in relationships that possibly feel insecure because of all of these things.
Yeah.
But I think that even goes to show, because it's both the guy and the girl, right?
Sure.
The man and the lady. So if you're in a relationship with somebody and then because of external factors you begin to feel like, oh, there is this, like, am I sure, is this thing going to work? Then most likely there's something already wrong somewhere, because I can't be in a relationship and then still have to be thinking that, worried somewhere in my mind that somebody somewhere is coming to come and, what do you use? Activate the release clause. I don't think that's even that. It's not healthy. It's not even okay in any way.
I
Because
think communication is key.
Yeah.
So just to answer your question, right? Because I think it would sort of help us put things into perspective. So now, as a Christian sister, born again, tongue talking, Holy Ghost, everything, there's a guy that is talking to me. So there will always be a guy that is richer than your guy. There will always be.
Yeah.
Do you get? We know that. So this guy is talking to me.
Except when you're like
the richest.
with the richest
Yeah, do you get?
man.
So I'm just saying, like, so let's use this case in point. Like, so there's a guy talking to you. Can we now say? So I think this is where communication comes in. Tell your partner that, you see what uncle wants to destroy what we have. And now I'm not saying this to put pressure on you, just to let you know. Now I'm not saying, oh, now work hard. I'm just letting you know. Because it helps me as well. So it's just some level of accountability. To let you know that I just need my mind to be here. And it's not to tell you, go and start hustling as a student.
No. It might not be that, but I also can. It's possible I also feel like I've got to do
more.
One or two, no, maybe not more, but one or two things to hold down.
Yeah, no. So it could also be, so if there is something, maybe you're this guy that is relaxed about, Valentine's Day. Let's use Valentine's Day, for example. So you always say, I'm a student. I don't have money. You don't do anything. Valentine's Day comes, you're doing the barest minimum. Like, you're not even doing anything. And then she's coming to say, do you get? And then exactly, and then there's one guy that is just, maybe there's a way she likes her chocolate. And one guy is always buying the chocolate. And then you think that because you are a man of God, that you are tongue talking, I'll not be like, you say this chocolate is not itching my eye. I like that chocolate. Maybe buy something. Do something for me. I like what this person is bringing, but I like you.
Yeah.
Do something.
I think we've also had extremes of people who are trying to tell you, don't like the chocolate again.
I like that chocolate.
No, now what's that?
No, I like that head that bought. I like it.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I like it.
I was going to say, sometimes
I might not collect
this is an issue
it.
with men, but I think it's not gender specific.
It's not gender
There
specific.
are people who just try to say, okay, since I don't want to do this, you should stop liking it.
Yeah. No, that's actually really wrong.
That is extremely wrong.
So let me use an example. So I was going to so Valentine's Day, for example, people will say things like, oh, Valentine's Day, you're supposed to celebrate, give to the less privileged. Valentine's Day, which is great, Valentine's Day is not just about love. It's just one day. Will I now choose one day? Do something for your partner. Don't be like that. Do something for your partner.
Ladies.
No, ladies and
let them follow that talk.
No, ladies and guys as well.
Ladies, do something for your guy.
I think
we declare in the name of Jesus.
I think you could also see Pastor Victor and
do something for your guy.
I think you can also see this way.
God.
It's actually one day to be intentional.
Yeah.
It's one day to say I would do something. No, the ladies as well. Like the ladies, do something for your partner.
Don't be that girl who said I can't buy my boyfriend a birthday gift.
And for those people that say, let's relate. In the 364 days, have you done anything for the less people?
Yeah.
It's not that day that you don't choose.
It's not the day of Valentine's.
Descendants of Judas.
No, it's not. No, that's so it's not nice. Do something. Be intentional about your relationship. Put in work. Let your partner see that you're putting. So that when someone is coming, she's like, I really like this thing this person's bringing. But I know who I'm with. Yeah. I know that with that money that he has, if he has 20K in his account, I know that he will prioritize that 20K.
You can't love without giving.
And if you have a good woman, she knows better than choosing. No, they are good women.
Guys, women are multipliers
out there. Yeah, they're good women out there. And there are good men out there that are doing their best to, hustle and
just show us some little love, some more love.
No,
we
not
love you
singlet.
guys.
Let's already do away with this whole singlet and boxers thing.
This year, let me tell you what you're getting: earphones.
Women are moving out of that.
You're getting earphones. Earphones.
They're writing poem now. They're writing poem.
You get belts. You get belts.
Don't buy body spray.
No more singlets, ladies. There's cap.
Hey, ladies, don't give super polish.
A new paint job for my car.
Yeah, like tires.
That is actually really thoughtful.
Change my tire.
That's actually change your tire.
PS5.
PS5, exactly.
And for the ladies who don't buy cake, it's every time cake.
Send me and my boys to
exactly, all those things that we do very.
Only the boys.
No, I like the paint your car thing. It's so thoughtful.
Send me and my boys to Maldives.
To Maldives.
I like to change your tires.
Say it. Dr. Bimbo, say it. Send my guys and I to Maldives or Seychelles.
Like you said, change your tires. The Maldives, we go outside.
Something Michael was saying at the time reminded me of a quote. So I got into SpongeBob. I don't watch it. I never watched it before, and I didn't watch it after. But when I was dating, she liked SpongeBob, so
you had to watch it.
You have to start watching SpongeBob.
So and then I remember there's Patrick and then there's SpongeBob, right? So one day SpongeBob comes to Patrick and says, "What do you do when I'm not around?" And he says, "I wait around all day, waiting for you to come back." And SpongeBob is like, "What if I don't come back? Or what if I break your trust or something like that?" And then he says to him, "Well, you're the one that broke my trust, not me." Like so at the end of the day, just like what he was saying, if you're in a relationship with somebody who is that kind of person you didn't know, but the person is susceptible to their release clause being activated, right? In the eventuality that it happens,
you were 100. Like while you're in the relationship, you gave your 100.
Your trust was broken.
Yeah, it was just broken.
You were not the one. But it's hard to not think that there's something wrong with you.
No,
Daniel, I want to say this, all right? I want to say this.
Yeah.
I know breakfast is something really lovely and all that, but
it's lovely.
No,
it's
like
not lovely.
it's by lovely. I mean like culturally, socially, everybody's
everywhere.
Breakfast. What I'm saying is,
real.
It is real, and it is pain.
It used to pain.
Well.
It pain when you're served breakfast. So
but can I also put a balance to that? Understand that when you're served breakfast, if you have your identity intact, what just happened was you got hurt, but like who you really are.
It's your application that was rejected.
No. Who you are is still 100.
110.
If your identity stems from who God is. Someone did something, and it's okay not to pretend like you're not hurt. Cry if you want to, but understand that at the core of your being, you're still who you are.
Yeah.
Because when the insecurities begin to scream, you need to respond with the fact that this is what was done to me. This is not who I am.
And so when
it
you
will
step
help
into the
people.
next one,
you're not going
bring
with
back
the
baggage
baggage.
of the last one.
I'm not the one that do it.
All right, thank you very much, guys.
yeah.
Thank you so very much, guys.
Yeah.
It's been such a beautiful moment having you all in the studio today. And I want to say something, just concluding on some of the things that you guys said. Breakfast can happen to anybody, right?
Yeah.
But when it does happen, look for people to talk to, people you can trust,
Yeah.
right? And I know that this is love season, this is Valentine's season. Somebody might wake up on the day of Valentine and sleep back with a fresh expectation shattered. But whatever it is, remember what Dr. Bimbo said. Your trust and your identity has to not be about the next person, but in who God is and how he sees you, right? I don't care what anybody does out there. Remember that you always have Christ. And if you need at any point to speak to professionals about your mental health, whatever you're going through, please reach out to us at Room 707. It's at Room 707 on across social media platforms, right?
Your
Room 707 on Instagram. Please reach out to us, and if you can't find it, reach out to us on any of our new Instagram handles, Facebook or Twitter. We'll reach out to you and have that communication with you. This conversation is going to continue. What we have done tonight is to just, spark up something in your heart, because this conversation is not ending here. Across all our new installations, Unilag, Akure, Ibadan, Lekki, Lagos, and Ikeja, OAU, Moro, and Chicago. Everywhere that we have presence in, these conversations will continue on Sunday and probably beyond. So please visit any of our installations if you are in that city. And if you are in Ikeja, please worship with us this Sunday. We have a beautiful sequel to the stage play we had last year, Butterflies. And trust me, this time there is a plot twist. I'm an actor in it, but I can't tell you what is going to happen because
he will tell me.
Jaye is back, right? And the saga continues. So guys, thank you very much for joining us today. It's been such a beautiful moment having you here. Until I see you again next time, my name is Daniel Okezwe. Please say bye to...
Bye, guys. Thank you for joining.
Here is Tunde TNT, and I'm the creative director of TNT Media Africa and Street Church. Church for me has always been more than just the building and activities. Church has been about community, friendship, love, creative expressions, and growing. The new has been a good catalyst for me over the past years. And in the new, I've learned the core values of discipline, consistency, tenacity, and the importance of collaboration. And this has helped me build the core value of my business and everything that I do. I'm super excited about the season we are stepping into as a church family. It's a season of growth, expansion, and breaking into new territories. It's the fort, and we move.